Greetings, time travelers. It is April 18th, 20th. Most people will tell you it doesn't matter anymore. Every day's like the day that came before it. I have my lovely little Seattle mug today. Coffee. Oh, and homemade chocolate chip cookies. Yeah. Yeah. That was a mistake. Now I have to chew and talk. Look. You can eat with me as well as play with me. If you notice, it's been about a month since the last recording, and the world has changed. So now it looks like we'll be doing this for quite some time. The strange thing for those of us in the video game industry is many of us have been living as though it's COVID-19 for decades. I know for myself, I've been working out of a home studio for about 12 years. So the biggest challenge for me is forgetting and going out in the world and realizing, oh my gosh, everyone else on the planet is also now locked in their homes, and extroverts aren't as good at that as natural shut-ins like myself. So I hope you're well. I hope you're finding a routine. I hope you're finding a rhythm with the new way of working. I'm curious who's making homemade masks. In my world, certainly many people are. And yeah, leave a note in the comments. Let me know. What does life look like for you post COVID-19? What it looks like for me is it is time to play the last chapter, chapter 5 of Primrose Lake. This will be the last chapter in the first installment, but never you fear, if you stick with us right to the very end, I will give you a preview of Primrose Lake 2, a little bit of sneak peek, and we're going to do a special episode that also includes a replay of all of the levels where I only was able to get 2 stars, see if we can do something special in there. So stick with us. Hello, this is episode 13, chapter 5. Welcome to Primrose Lake, the title of the chapter. Welcome to Primrose Lake. This is the chapter where all is revealed. Though a lot of you complain not enough was revealed. I don't know if you feel the same way when you watch a television show, but we've actually tried to design this team very much like a TV series, which doesn't happen very much in casual games. Normally in casual games you kind of have this treacle, right? What is it? I'm trying to translate that. A story that's not really a story, for those of you who don't spend your evenings reading the dictionary in front of a fire and your sleeping cap like I do, as though it's 1875. Yeah, we are going to go back to the Primrose Lake Preservation Society and bookstore, but first, let's check in with the park. 9 diamonds to spend. Let's blow them here. Now that we're comfortable, how about a snack? Sure. Feel like we should have people. Feel like we're missing people. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Pretty sure there were people there. Let's see how the Carlyle family tree is looking. Oh, we've unlocked a lot of people. This should be Bobby's dad. Yes. Charlie's cousin. Robert. It looks like Robert might have been married at some point in time. Do we believe that to be true? But there's JW and Charlotte. Something tells me we're going to learn a lot more about them. Jonathan and Abigail, right there along Bobby's line. This is the second son. And these two. Old JW Jr., that is Jessica's direct line. And let's see, what have we got back on the map? We have Mountain of Achievements. So in the very last episode, I will record a special episode and try to achieve all of these achievements that are left behind. Complete tutorial. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do that one. Restore the park. I'm working on that. I mean, I could play the tutorial. For those of you who care about it, you can always go back and, I don't know, start a new profile to play the tutorial? I don't know if you can play the tutorial if you didn't play it at the beginning, so seems a little cruel of us to give you that as a challenge. Is that an achievement? Level 49, left holding the bag. Alright. I'm a little cattywampus here. I've got several monitors, and so when I'm working, I'm all over the place, but playing games, I'm right here. So if you recall in the last episode, the lights went on in the Carlyle in the Carlyle Manor, and Glenn, Chip, and Sheriff Dalton took off. They left Rebecca behind, so here she is. Water. If I'm going to be chatty, I got to give you water. Clean up the books. So this is another Hopa, and I believe there's always 10. So if you're playing these games and you're wondering to yourself, yes, always 10. There's this, 2, 3. There's the raccoon. And this. I'm off my game. All right, let's come up here. So again, we always stay upstairs. There we go. Ah, now we're grooving. Now we should be better. I've been in story mode. The #1 comment that we're getting as we're posting these on our Facebook page is, yay, you're doing a walkthrough. When do we get the new one? And the answer is, as soon as we can finish it. We're working really, really hard to get the second game done. It's got a lot of improvements in it, so it's taking us a little bit of time. And it's got, a lot more levels. So from a story point of view, we are going to see a lot more story. And that, of course, is gobbling up all of my time. I am not doing this as well as I'm used to. Trying to think in my head what I'm working on during the day and do a level. You can't do that. That's not possible. And the new game has a lot of new environments. We've got new characters. And so I'm not even spending as much time on the same levels. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you more than that. This guy's doing a lot of research on Primrose Lake. There we go. Coffee. Coffee me. Our grocery stores here are really, really strange. They still don't have toilet paper, which is phenomenal to me. I'm not quite sure why that is. It's been 6 weeks. I mean, that's surely that's extraordinary, right? Still not have toilet paper. And we're really short on milk, dairy products, but there was just an article posted about how all of this dairy and eggs, I mean, metric, just gallons, vats of milk are going to waste. I don't know why. I feel like if somebody's going to solve something, maybe that's a thing to solve. But I'm still drinking my coffee. I'm not complaining. I'm just thinking, wow, surely a bunch of smart people can figure out how to get the milk to the people rather than to the stores, because we're all home now. We're still drinking it. It's still not on the shelf in the grocery store. Oh. So that was an important story. Sorry. I'm distracted lately. Are you distracted? That's why it's taken me so long to finish the game. Rebecca went to put the book back on the shelf that she and the sheriff had been reading, and she decided not to. So that was an important thing that I was not talking about because I was busy talking about milk. Like I'm 2. This reminds me of something. This particular level was really, this particular environment was really challenging to create because of these balconies. We spent an enormous amount of time on it, but I love the way it turned out. For those of you in big cities, a lot of small towns have these preservation societies. They're, you know, people who grew up there and everything changes, and so they make environments like this that hold on to the memorabilia of the past, the people who lived there in the past. So Rebecca, my Master's of Library Sciences here, is, you know, she's doing a good service to us. I bet Chester was twice as smart as JW. I bet he was too. Rare that Chester died and JW survived. I wonder what kind of place Primrose would be if it was the other way around. I do too. String theory, right? We go down one path versus another. Now there are people who will tell you that those realities exist here among us. And that might be an interesting approach to game design here in this environment. Because we've made an actual town, you know, we talk all the time about we could go back in time, we could do a 1950s version of Primrose Lake, we could do all of these different things, but wouldn't it be cool to do an alternate reality version where JW still goes over the waterfall, but Chester doesn't die? I mean, who would Chester become? Who would the Carlyles become? Would Jessica even exist? These are big questions. That would be really, really fun. Oh, what? Let me make Rebecca stand still. Okay, so this is one of those objectives I'm not very good at. So the goal of this is it's a reverse objective. I need to get this all the way up to here to win this one, which I don't like doing. Yay! All right, quick. Boink. Ah. Oh, and I've got enough places in my inventory. I always feel like, you know, you gotta serve that extra one. It took us a little while to figure out how important it was to, well, not us, it took my level designer a little while to believe me when I said, hey, those inventory slots really matter. But again, you don't push things. It's interesting, as a creative director, how hard do you push? And in some instances, do you allow people to learn on their own? And for me, the answer to that question is yeah. If it's not going to sink the franchise, like if the game isn't going to be dramatically hurt by allowing these changes to be learned on the fly, allow them to be learned on the fly. You don't have to be a bully and say, like, you have to change these things right now. So it improves level balancing dramatically if you can actually serve all of the orders at the same time, and we have a lot of double orders, so we tend to do even number orders rather than odd number orders, and so you gotta have those even number inventory slots. Just a little behind the scenes. This is one of those environments too. This soundtrack has this kind of discordant feel to it. Sometimes when you play the bookstore, it's the one environment that doesn't have music. Because it's a bookstore, you're supposed to be quiet. Oh, she's not putting it back. What's happening? Oh. Jessica found a note on the counter. She left it in the book. I'm sure she was tired and didn't mean to, but... So now Rebecca has found the note that the mysterious stranger left in the cafe, thinking Jenny was Jessica. It's really complicated, I know. I feel like I've seen that handwriting somewhere before. So the handwriting on the note looks familiar to her. Yeah. And level 51. So what I like about this environment is I don't believe that we go to a mystery location in between. We get to play all 4 time management levels at the same time. We weren't quite sure what the mystery gameplay was going to be. We thought it was going to be actually unlocking things in the environments, and so that's why you'll play some levels sometimes where you'll play like 2 time management levels and then a mystery location too, and mystery location. In the next game, we've actually added more levels to the time management gameplay, and now the mystery locations come very, very regularly. So what Rebecca's trying to do is figure out who wrote this note. So we're inspecting the note, we're thinking about it, we're trying to find a reference. Raccoon. Okay. And I'm losing my voice. I don't know if you guys can tell that. So I restock, I run up there. Oh, we'll see if I can get to this one. So again, even though you see this and you might want to run down there right away, remember, it will run you down the stairs before the copy's been retrieved, so just wait. Just wait on it. Always retrieve your copy before you click on another action. Otherwise, you're going to be sad. I did that. Oh, monkey. Oh, it grabbed the note. Oh, that's frustrating as all get out. All right. That, do you see this? That is not happy design. Because now I got that thing eating up all of my spots. I do not like that. It did it again. Oh, I don't like that. So if you're not able to get the objective on this level for some reason, that's probably why, is that it's picking up the paper instead of registering the thought bubble. That's a bad hit area. That's what that is. The only thing that's going to cure that is more coffee. Did I get it? I don't know if I got it. Oh, monkey. So watch. So she's gonna start that going and then she's gonna run away. So frustrating. Let's see. Did I get them all? I feel like I'm gonna be missing something. Yes! As my 2-year-old nephew used to say, yes! He would do this beautiful, victorious growl. A little delicious demon child. Yes! So why wouldn't you? 1, 2, 3, boom. And more coffee. Wow. I drink it faster when I'm talking to you guys. I don't know why that is. Must be a nervous tick. Makes me wonder what I'm like in a restaurant. And then what happened? Just compulsive. It's a great way to get drunk. Say a sentence, take a drink. Say a sentence, take a drink. Most dangerous drinking game ever. If you're loquacious, another $3 word. Alright, so now she picked up the note and she's investigating it. She's trying to find the book that has the handwriting that she saw in the note. Could it be? just gonna run upstairs. And not that book. Come on. I know you're here somewhere. Don't you hate that when like the idea's right at the back of your mind and you're like, oh, I know what this is. Where is it? Oh, I gotta replay that level. I did not get all the stars on that level. Last episode. Not this episode. Not the next one. Not the next one. That's when we finish up the game. But that bonus episode, we'll go back and try to get all the stars. There you are. Worlds apart, love letters from the western frontier. It's a nerdy fact. I grew up in the West. Spent most of my time hiking the Rocky Mountains and camping in the wilderness. No cell phone reception. And most of my childhood, like, reports that I wrote, books that I read were about these Wild West heroes, and you get really used to these notions of like, there's always somebody in Chicago, like there's always somebody in Des Moines, and then one adventurous member of the family went west and became a cowboy or rancher. Dear Matilda, sleeping on the bare rock cannot compare to the warm, loving embrace of your arms. So this is this. So until the fates turn once more in our favor and return me to your loving arms, I remain ever with you in my heart. So it's that kind of your faithful husband, Chester. So this is a published book of these letters of these, you know, frontiersmen back to their lovely wives, and Chester McGoverns' letter is in this book. Yeah. Okay, so it's not, you know, popcorn food, but it's fun, right? I mean, it doesn't hurt to have a couple of things like challenge your brain from time to time. Okay. Oh, this is a really slow bar. I'm gonna let all these orders come in, and then I'll run away. All right. Oh, poop. Yay! Oh. The balcony order. So this is one of the things I talked to my level designer about. You don't have to have an order in every single level simply because the appliance exists in that level. Like, it's okay to have some levels that's nothing but these things and other levels where they don't exist at all. Like, that's kosher level balancing. And let's see. Did I get it all? Yay! So the nice thing is we won't be running up to this balcony this time because our objective is there. With a very teensy tiny book. I think that's just a challenge of the environment. Because it's at this angle and then we have our stairs. It's pretty tough to balance all of that from an artistic point of view because our perspective is really wonky. This isn't a real life perspective by any stretch of the imagination. That's what happens. Coffee. Coffee. The little things in life. Oh, monkey balls. 3. I do not like that. Do not like it. Well, don't be cranky pants. Everybody's cranky pants. You miss one order and everybody gets... Oh, we know that's gonna happen. Everybody gets their panties in a twist. Yay! Alright. God. I still don't have 1 star? Alright, that feels punitive. Oh, I think there are going to be 2 of these. So I'll just stay up here. Grab it. Grab it again. Yes. Gosh, am I going to do it? I don't know if I'm going to get 3 stars on this level. There's 2 stars. Oh, didn't get the 3rd star. All right, well, there's one to replay. Maybe it's the objective. Maybe the way I did the objective threw us off. So the handwriting matches. So the note matches the handwriting in the letter of Chester's letter. I know, hanging out with me sometimes is like hanging out with Dory, the fish from Finding Nemo. Little all over the place. I remember what we're talking about. Maybe it's not Dory. Maybe it's, you know, with a caffeine-addled 4-year-old. It's a savant. I'm a savant, damn it. I wish I could depart this cold and hostile land for the warmth of your company, but I'm so very close now. I found a vein of quartz so deep and true, I'm positive it leads to one of the richest gold deposits from here to the Yukon. Bear with me, my darling. If I'm right, when at last you see me again, I'll bring riches beyond your wildest dreams. Well, that's gonna titillate any gold seeker. Riches beyond your wildest dreams. This requires a bit more study. I think it does, and perhaps a few dozen more games. What do you think? I think so. One of the things we don't talk about is how hard it is to get your game discovered in this day and age. If you really love this game, tell people about it. It's how we make a living. If you don't talk about it, post about it, share our posts. We have a Facebook page. I know no one's on Facebook anymore. I'm rarely on Facebook anymore. Take pictures on Instagram and post them. Email, phone a friend, Zoom play together. Tell people about the game. Oh, there was not a mystery location at the end of that level. You know what that means? This is the end of the episode. I can't go on to the Carlyle Cafe. I have to do that next time. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you really want to know what happens next, subscribe, because I will post this video, and if you really want to get a preview, you've got to keep watching these, because I will end up showing at least 1 or 2 of our new characters at the end of one of these videos. I promise. It's coming up. Stay tuned.